Chicago Bears. Minnesota Vikings. St. Gonzalez set.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. The return man is Hill. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try to knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Second and 12.
And 12 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw. Green. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And brought down the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early game, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. From the gun, Green. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Operating from the gun, Green. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
intended for Dante Pettis.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Catanzaro's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Vikings, nothing.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. First down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The number's for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
They'll run on 1st down. Russell. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete.
Complete to Calvin.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. lead. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball down because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3rd down. That's the
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings nothing.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, it's Russell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 2nd down, it's Russell. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. He's calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read,
Night, buddy.
he was able to make the play.
Yeah.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close
Trying
to
to decide,
that one big.
trying to
But
decide if I should play my
give some
game
credit to the
tonight.
defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a
Play the
3rd
game
down.
tonight or not? I got all day
This will be
tomorrow. So.
play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Yep.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Back upstairs, Fred. Get to bed.
The 20 to the 19-yard line.
I know. I've been on 410s for I think
And that's why
4
you spend a
weeks.
first-round draft pick on a running back. Not
This
for
one
just
feels
the
like the
fancy
first
runs, but these dirty,
time,
gritty
first
third
Friday
ones,
I have
third
off for
twos.
some reason.
That's why you draft him.
Yeah, I was hoping, like, working with Dad down in the garage. Was it last week? Was the snowstorm?
They'll run on
Yeah,
1st down. Russell, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that
I forget
type
what
of a
happened
game,
last week,
considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to
forget
throw
what I did
here.
last week. Anyway, this finally feels like
Take it in for a Viking touchdown.
finally Thursday night finally feels like
And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience.
Bummer. Alright, well, I gotta get a new kicker. This one sucks. Balls. But
A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The previous play is under review.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point. And our score stays.
you need a new kicker too, huh?
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
Yeah.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive. Punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. He'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Green. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Working with his 2nd and 4. From the gun, Green. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Quarterback.
In the league talks about finishing, don't they?
Their quarterback.
A half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point good by Catanzaro.
The first game I played against Murray when I traded him to the Rams last year, that's what he would do. He never, I think he ran it maybe once. Every time he'd hike it, he'd take off like he was going to just go. And then he'd pull it in. Yeah, exactly. And then he's on target, leading them. He's doing like perfect, right? Yeah. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Daniels. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage?
No, you missed them.
They don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A dump off now to Hill. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up.
Yeah, it's weird that it's just a glitch or something of theirs. Yeah. Yeah, I've had that. Yep, I've had that happen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. That's out to the left, flat and complete.
The pass. Complete to number 88. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and he anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Looking to throw. Green. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Following the penalty.
Yeah.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That play reminded me a lot of
Oh, really?
We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The run only
Yeah.
a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I don't know why I've had that happen a couple times. I've seen it happen to Matt all the time. Playing against him. I don't know why it does that. It's weird.
That is a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back to back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Officially no gain on the play.
Nice.
And it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And the Vikings.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. But
Freddie, what are you doing?
45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
What are you doing?
Certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked in.
Go back to bed or go to the bathroom. Don't come in here.
How many guys are in his area?
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
What are you doing?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's
No, I already gave you one.
Things were pretty stacked up
That's
here in the middle.
not a reason for you to get out of bed.
Not much space. I think ultimately he was
Go back to bed, please.
out of that run.
If you have to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom.
just a yard on that last run.
But go back to bed and stay in bed.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Russell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right near
You what?
the line of scrimmage. This will be
It's supposed to be dark out, buddy.
a much tougher 3rd down.
Nighttime.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his
It's supposed to be dark
and not allowing him to get back to the
so you
line
can
of
sleep.
scrimmage.
Go back to bed, please.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I love you. Night night, buddy.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is,
Back in bed, please. Don't make me get up to come up there. You're not going to like it.
On the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
He'll get a nice. It's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throw here. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. screen. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. A little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They run. Montgomery. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 1st down, it's Russell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw. It's caught right side by Daniels. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Back to throw. A very quick pass to Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one,
he's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? As he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Bears 17. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
To throw is Green on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Green. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Raekwon Davis
in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense
missed another one.
Blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Green now on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis.
All right, I'm going to get going.
It was a pickup of 7 on the 7th play.
Catch you later.
You
Yep.
got the big lead
See ya.
defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be taken down.
pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Operating from the gun, Green. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against it. And that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Green. To throw on second down. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Green. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Cole Kmet. Incomplete.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
First down, Minnesota.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Vikings, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7 and 3. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4 and 6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.